okay?
Yeah.
You just tell how you're riding the horse.
Okay.
It's the same, yeah.
Sure. Guess I'm riding a camel right now. Whoa.
All right, let's go through the desert. Let's do it. See you on the other side of the Wahiba. Good morning, adventurers.
Good morning.
From our final day here in Oman.
I can't believe it's over.
Yeah, it's so sad. This is Blackie, by the way. A little camera shy. Very sweet camel, though.
Yeah.
Camels have so much personality. I had no idea. But last night we arrived to this farm stay in the town of Adam. This thing is off the beaten path, that is for sure. We've met up with the owner here. His name is Ahmed, and he's actually really interesting. He raises these camels here, and then he does trips across the desert with the camels.
Yeah.
He's done it for the Sultan. He's done it for actors. But anyways, today we are going to be heading over back to Muscat. We are going to be heading to Dubai tomorrow, but in order to do that, you have to go to the bus station to get the bus ticket. You cannot get it in advance or online. You can get it in advance, but not online.
Hi. Oh my goodness.
Good to meet you too, buddy.
Oh.
Well, you're just so cute. You think I'm gonna feed you?
Oh my goodness.
So we've left Ahmed's place. We had an absolute blast there. If you're wanting a super local experience and to get really up close with camels and to learn anything you could want to know about camels, that is the place to stay. That was actually set up through Nomad Tours, the company that we rented this car through. So you can do that if you come through Oman.
Yeah.
Now the fun is over. We are heading back to Muscat. Like we mentioned earlier, we have to go stop at the bus station, get our bus ticket for tomorrow.
Hopefully the bus is not full.
Yeah, hopefully the tickets are still available. I know they shut down for prayer for like 2 hours in the middle of the day. So I don't know if that's gonna be right at the time that we show up, probably.
Yeah, just on Fridays from 11 to 1. If you're in Oman, plan on not many things being open.
We've arrived at the bus terminal. It's called Mual Salat, something like that. From what we understand, this is where we buy our ticket and where we pick up our bus tomorrow.
I hope so.
Hopefully that's right.
Very inviting.
Yeah, we're trying to find where the front office even is. I think we found it.
Reservations, yes. So we leave here, 3:20?
3:20 departure.
All right, tickets have been purchased. We were hoping to leave at noon tomorrow. Turns out there's no noon bus, at least not on this line. So we're leaving at 3.
Yeah.
Means we're arriving to Dubai around 11 p.m.
We definitely didn't want to get in that late, but
No.
oh well.
It was that or leaving at 6 a.m. And that sounds way worse.
But we got our tickets. We're good to go.
Purchased. Let's get on the bus.
Good afternoon, y'all. It is the next day. We are back at the bus station. The ride is going to be about 8 hours. We're going to cross the border into the UAE, which obviously we've never done that before. Not really sure exactly what to expect. They don't really fill you in at the bus terminal about what's going to happen. So
yeah, we don't know really what the bus is going to look like, if there's going to be like a toilet on board, if we make any stops. I know, well, we stopped at the border to do the border crossing, but who knows?
But we have some shawarma in the bag here. That's going to be our early dinner. We have some other snacks and goodies. We also brought hand sanitizer, sanitizing wipes, and tissues. So we are ready for this ride.
Yeah, ready to hopefully be germ-free. So we're a bit delayed with our video. So currently in the world, they had just shut down, banned everything to Italy. Philippines is currently shut down. They are no longer accepting tourist visas to Oman, so we got in right in the nick of time. We are going to Dubai, and then we have an overnight layover in Moscow in a couple days before we fly back to the US. So far, none of those routes are banned or
we're just kind of getting
canceled.
lucky so far. We'll see what happens. Anyways, we're going to have a safe, clean bus ride to Dubai.
It's gonna be
hopefully.
Great, perfect. No toilet on the bus, so I just ran peed. Hopefully it'll do until the next stop. Oh Lord.
All right, I'm gonna go now.
Okay.
Okay. We're literally disinfecting the seatbelts here. This is like all surface sanitizer that kills bacteria and viruses and should be quick dry. That's the stuff.
Just kidding. Oh my word. Our shawarma wrap is so good. They put french fries on here.
They're so good, you guys, and about twice as large as we thought they were gonna be.
Look how big this is. And this was about $1.25 USD total, or maybe $1.50.
This is our bus ride and fuel, y'all. We've actually just been sitting here for 20 minutes. I don't know when they're gonna leave. Don't know how many stops they're gonna make. Don't know what the border crossing is gonna be like. Guy keeps walking around asking people, oh, is your visa okay? But we shouldn't need a visa from what we read to go into the UAE as Americans. So we think, we'll see, I guess. On the plus side, the bus is very nice. It has a footrest down there. We've got USB outlets right there. Table tray, which we have sanitized thoroughly.
Yes, don't worry. We also have a lot of Narcos, season 1, the Mexico one.
Oh yeah.
Oh man,
which is very good. If you're a fan of the original Narcos, check that out for sure. So we did end up getting some proper masks just as a precautionary measure in case the bus filled up, and it filled up. It was pretty much elbow to elbow this whole ride.
I feel like literally so many people had like gloves and masks. Anytime somebody coughed, everyone in the bus was
everyone's like, yeah, it's pretty wild.
It's pretty wild.
But so we've shown up at the border and they haven't told us anything. We're just walking into a building. He said, come. So that's what we're doing.
So we're
I also just saw on the sign, photography is prohibited. So I guess.
See you in a bit.
See you in a bit. Well, y'all, that did not go according to plan. That was quite an experience in there.
It's been like an hour.
What happened, from what I can deduce, we went in there and then no one was telling anyone anything, but they wouldn't give people exit stamps to exit Oman.
Yeah.
And they were just saying, oh, sit down, but they wouldn't tell us why or how long or what the problem was or what on earth was happening. So we kept asking them, people were getting upset, people were kind of yelling, and then finally, as a group, we all figured out that the problem was that if they stamp us out of Oman and then we go to UAE and they deny us entry, then we can't get back into Oman, can't go into UAE, we're stuck in the middle. And that's what they're afraid is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Now, once we figured that out, it wasn't a big deal because we accidentally bought a multiple entry visa.
Well, before coming to Oman, I bought us visas and it was supposed to be like $40 for like a 30-day entry, maybe single entry, now I don't know. But I accidentally bought us the like 160 USD a piece visa that's 1 year multi-entry.
1 year multi-entry, and once we figured that out, we were like, no, we have multiple entry, so if they stamp us out, we can come back in.
But I don't understand, so I don't know if we're gonna actually get through, because this is just the first part. Now we have to go to the other side and actually go into
So we'll see
UAE.
if the UAE denies us, but if they deny us, we'll have to just go back to Muscat and then scrap all of our travel. Guys, the problem is that we're flying with Aeroflot, and it's very expensive travel that we booked ages ago, but they're not refunding, they're not letting us change it or anything like that. So,
oh no.
Oh, sorry, I thought Justin there.
Oops, so we knew you weren't supposed to film inside, but apparently you're not supposed to film outside,
So some cops came by and they were like, don't film.
Sorry. But what we were trying to say is we have our flights booked all the way back to the States on Aeroflot on Delta to get back to Missouri, where we need to be in a couple weeks, and neither of the airlines are letting us change or refund because we're not traveling to or from any of the banned countries yet.
So we're kind of tight spot. Do we scrap all that travel and buy brand new tickets that are going to be very expensive?
I don't want to, but I also don't want to get stuck.
Yeah, so whatever. This is what's happening, you guys. Okay, update. We made it to the UAE border. They did let us in. No issues there, which is a surprise because in Oman, they really acted like there were going to be a lot of issues, but okay.
They were very just, okay, here you go.
Yeah.
Get.
Okay, so we're going to the UAE.
Yay!
All is well. We have made it to Dubai, you guys. That was not a fun trip. I guess we'll recap later, but we're at the bus station, and of course, immediately all these taxi guys are like, taxi, 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 and I just can't even think about the price or
no, we couldn't
what's
get
happening.
Uber to load, so now we're having to take a taxi. We have no cash. Now we have to stop at an ATM on the way to our place. Ooh.
Yeah, what she was saying was we don't have cash, but the taxi driver's like, oh, I'll take you to ATM, I'll take you to ATM. So I guess he's taking us to an ATM. We made it to our hotel. This place is weird, you guys. Check this out. This is not quite what I was expecting.
Welcome to our foyer.
Yeah.
And our luxury sitting area.
He was like, oh, I'll upgrade you to the suite. And I don't even remember what our room was supposed to look like because I can't get on the internet. But look at this kitchen. Is this the weirdest kitchen or what? It's just this big empty room, no chairs, no table, no anything. It looks like this is the servants' quarters or something, where they would make the meal for you.
I don't know, and it has so many cabinets, and all I can find in them is 2 plates, and, you ready for it? 1 pan.
1 pot.
Or pot, sorry.
But, truth time, you guys, I'm in a pretty bad mood, and I'll tell you why, because my drone was confiscated at the border going into the UAE. Now that's never happened before. A lot of places, if you look up information online, they'll say, oh, they might confiscate your drone. No one's even come close to doing that. My drone is in my bigger bag and it goes through the scanner, and they don't usually care. They've never cared, but they cared here.
Yeah, so we got through the passport check, totally fine, and then the bus starts to drive off, and then we stop abruptly, and he's like, okay, all women follow me, and he made all the women put their bags through an x-ray machine, and then I was like, oh shoot, because I knew they were gonna have the boys go. And of course, Eric just never reappears to the van. I see him walking off with a bunch of officers. I was
literally gone for an hour holding up the bus.
An hour.
It was a nightmare. But I'll tell you why I'm so mad. I mean, a policy is a policy, whatever, but I could have easily just left it on the bus, and they didn't scan every bag. They literally just said, oh, come on out and grab your bag and scan it. The stuff you left on the bus, they didn't scan. So her bag didn't get scanned.
Nope.
I could have just left the drone there. So either scan everything and confiscate the drone, or don't scan anything, don't worry about drones. I just don't know. That's what pisses me off the most about it, is that they just don't have a real policy. It's just if they see it, then it's a big deal. But if they didn't see it, it wouldn't have meant anything to them.
Luckily, they did let him take his memory card, so we didn't lose any footage.
No, I snuck the memory card out.
But
I was fiddling with it, and I just pulled the memory card out without them seeing. But anyway, it doesn't matter. We're here now. We're trying to figure out.
Did we say what time it is?
What time is it?
It's 3:30 a.m. Our bus was supposed to arrive at 11 p.m.
Yeah. So it's been a pretty rough day.
It's been awful.
We're trying to figure out if we can cancel our flight and head back to the U.S. early. I don't know what's going to happen with that. We're going to figure it all out tomorrow, and we'll keep you all updated. But this trip has turned from a lot of fun to not very much fun anymore. So that kind of sucks.
And I need to go to bed so hard.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
dying.
so tired and cranky right now, you guys. So this is over.
Okay. Good night, adventurers.
We'll see you on the road.